wapishi wengi karibu mchuzi.
Yeah.
I think AI is doing that, is mixing different types of identities into one.
Having a design identity helps the product owner, the business owner to have a harmony.
While these are not like human beings, there's a reason why they choose that route.
The grandfather of the grandfather is to pass. Unataka crocodiles ngoje hapo alafu azitokee zilale just.
It's an ecosystem.
Nature has tossed some cash in doing the environmental impact, and the advisory from WS and people in charge literally advise the client of this place. Can build your IP.
Wanataka pesa.
And like the argument is the river is long, always can find any other alternative.
Na mamba zitalala nje.
Karibuni tena to Kenyan Design Conversations. Hii ni space ya Mad Vibes, Design Arts na zile real talks za kudesign, kudevelop na kulevel up maisha yako in style. Ko hapa kukuchanua while continuously upgrading each other, and also ni place ya kuchallenge our own personal beliefs. I know you know that, right?
At least leo tumeongeza Man in Black, kuna mwingine amejiongeza leo hakuwa last season. Alikuwa wapi? Hebu mwambie watu mahali alikuwa. Alikuwa amepanda mlima Mount Elgon.
Chani ndo fana.
Anyway, tuambie watu season 2 expect nini?
But hey guys, expect much greater content from season 2.
Muhenga, ukisema umekuja kama muhenga this time.
Usijali.
Na Kiswahili mingi. Mwenguzi. Properly. Sasa unataka kuintroduce Chuck ama Chucksy?
Mini Chuck.
Jackie Chuck
could join the crew, the team. For this season, Chuck Odade. That's my name.
Odade.
Chuck Norris.
Yes. Chuck Norris is the name.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Ni sawa. Welcome to 2026 by the way.
Yeah, appreciate. Yeah.
Amjapatana 2026
on set.
No, vijana. On set. Offset. Yes. Yes. Anyway, unakuwa na identity by the way kwa design. Umemalizia na design. Sijui kama niko na identity cause nashinda nikievolve. Sidhani kama niko na yangu ina evolve. Lakini unaona like kama AI kupatia design utaona tu ni AI. So unaona hiyo iko na design identity yake. Bottom line ni kila mtu anakuanga na in design there's a style, you know tu ini design ya Mose, ini design ya Chuck. Na ini ya Mariga yenye ina kala mzuri.
So you do identity,
yeah.
I think for identity, the best I can give is Japan. Japan has that cultural design identity. If you look at most of the photos and most of the posters and designs of Japan, they've Japan, I think, and Chinese, those guys with small lines, sorry to say that, they have actually maintained their culture when it comes to design. They've embedded the tradition and the modern ways of doing design. So for them, I think, that bamboo, that stuff, definitely that's a Chinese one. So that's their identity. Atokienda Chinatown. The way you see, like, it represents like completely China.
Hata Kenya wako na sea green. Kenya wako na design identity. Ebu ni chanewe. Ukipita hizi mabuchari wanazo nini vile zinakuanga. Zile mabana. Ukipita hapa River Road hizo bana vile zinakuanga. Si ni same, zinakanga same.
Kwa zile posa za mganga.
Hizo.
Yes, zinakuwa the same color font, the color. Ukiwa tu kuna bana, okay, I believe in Kenya, those businesses that deal in the same item, when they want to put their branding and advertise themselves out there. Yes, they have the same plug or they follow the same criteria.
It's the same plug. Yes.
Ukiona zile posters za massage Kilimani. I think zote zinakanga almost the same.
The only difference ni picha.
The only difference in picture.
And they're
Ni
different
gani hizo
businesses,
msijaziona?
Ni kama uhitaji hiyo service.
Those guys are intentional in terms of how they run themselves on their billboards. They're very intentional. So the website, those businesses that deal with the same item product tend to identify themselves with a certain design type style,
Yep.
ranging from the pictures, font, and whatever the colors they are using.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So maybe having a design identity helps the product owner, the business owner, to have a harmony.
Yep.
They harmonize all their errands, and maybe they make it easy for the client to get them and associate a certain design style with a certain business.
Kama hizo
So if you're in a new neighborhood,
Kilimani. Siku hizi zinaingia huko mtaa ziko Kilimani peke yake.
Nafaa ni advanced game. Lakini ulikuwa unaongelea China na Japan. You see like art ya China Japan inaweza kuwa imefika hadi wa leo kwa sababu hadi nini yao writing yao bado ni art tu.
Mostly for Asian countries, those guys know how to preserve their culture.
Tukienda kwa culture tunaweza ongea
But for them, you know, the culture and the identity, that's how they've managed to match the tradition and the modern way. That's why ukienda like wanze kufollow how they do their things. Maybe let's say ukitafuta designer ataanza kueleza how they apply their traditional ways into the modern way. That's why ukiona hata ukifungua Pinterest you type to Japan designs, itaanza kuleta those designs za nini hizo keja zao, then there's a circle behind your red. Mostly utapata ziko na hizo circles za red behind. How they usually embed their flag into most of their designs.
so the red should be part of the design in China. Okay, so you said AI we teach AI learns from what people have taught it, right? So from what people taught the AI, when amesema AI designs the AI, you can predict them. You can easily identify this is an AI design. But when to ask it to design those things, it will include all those factors zenye other designers have been using hiyo time yote. So ukiuliza AI kudesignia Chinese site, it will just go default yaanze kukuletea identity ya China.
The problem with the AI, for a human being designer to design something, there's usually an error. That's what makes attract someone to see. For AI, most of the AI, that's why you see like design karibu zote zinakuwa the same because it tries to achieve something perfect. But for humans, what makes us human is those small errors that usually do in design.
Imperfections.
Yeah.
So the identity, with the human, where a human has done it, and where AI has done it in terms of identifying a certain design style with a particular religion or business or brand, they intertwine, right? The AI will learn from the human. The human design yake itakuwa a little bit different from the AI because of the error.
Yeah.
But also the way you're explaining it depends on how you're using the AI. Are you the AI before you design or after? No. Like kama Deva anaweza kuwa design yake alafu apatie AI finalize. So itakuwa na hiyo identity ya Dev. Lakini niambie AI nitengenezee hii kitu itatengeneza generic one. Yes.
AI lacks identity because it's patching different identities into one.
Yes.
And I learned from Mewe, from Mose, from Mariga. These are 3 different identities. Trying to put them together becomes mess. Umeelewa? That's why ukipata design imefanywa na watu wengi sana inakuanga na some sort of your imperfection, of which is not the imperfection part that should be perfect, but totally imperfection. Wanasema hiyo story ya wahenga hata kama wa exist. Sema wapishi wengi karibu mchuzi.
Yeah.
And I think AI is doing that, is mixing different types of identities into one.
And talking about identity, hujatuambia identity yako ni gani? Tuambia tunaitwa Chuck Norris.
So I'm Chuck. My design, my style of design is different. Yeah, I deal with the architecture and structural design. Yeah,
Yes.
and when I identify identity in my sector of design, having a design identity is, you'll find most of the time when I'm doing a design, I use similar type of materials, like the same type of material, the same type of color. For all the design, the design will be different, yes, but my identity will be consistent in all of them. I present out my product in the same outfit at the end.
So when una design yanga hizo Wakikuyu hizo manyumba ndani.
Yes.
Ndani.
Zinakaa hivyo same kila mahali.
Unakuna cheko kwa stairs.
So in construction, so in engineering design, so a client will come literally and attack. I want exactly yenye niliona mahali.
Ya Kimodho.
Yes, Kimodho niingia sitting room yake, the interior was and I'm like, I want the same type of ceiling. You'll pitch out different designs of the same. They use the same things, but the guy will be very rigid. I want exactly yenye niliona Kimodho. So you find in engineering design, you don't have that complexity of having to think of where you're on. You have to give the guy what he wants. Even if kama diona kana yenye mipako interior anani kofiti, ataenda na hiyo.
Sasa pia mko na hiyo challenge.
The client is always right.
But recently I've learned one thing is, as much as the client has all the powers, it's up to you to open the eyes of the client. Because if you do everything that the client tells you to do, by the end of the day, you're going to lose your traditional identity. Because there are those ukiangalia like the Victorian styles, the coaches. Hata wendo happy. Hata if you come up with the latest modern design, you'll have to go back to the traditional Victorian because it has its own identity. As much as you want to change it, by then do it Victorian. Lazima there are certain things that you need to consider.
Victorian
design. So the era of Victoria, Queen Victoria between 18 to the early 19th century, there was that style from the British.
Yeah.
It will wipe out the entire world.
Okay.
So I think for us, even almost a victim is we usually follow the client so much. We don't get that time that sisi tunafikirianga tu about the end result. As a client ameniambia nifanye hivi, sisi tunafanya. We don't have that. Hatuwezi kaa chini tukajiuliza how can we teach the client that if we, apart from doing this, of which is not wrong what they want, but how about to tweak it ikaili? Because by the end of the day, the clients here anataka something that inaminterest here, but for you as a designer, what you want to do is you want to interest the public. You're not designing for the client only, because it's marketing. It's going to the market. By the end of the day, the target market is the one that you're supposed to be thinking in your head, not the client.
So ni fight between who wants to impress more.
Yeah.
Between the two of you.
But I remember the last time we had a conversation with Max, alikuwa anasema like client as in, when you present to the client unampatia idea yako kwanza, alafu anaanza kuitoa makosa, na hiyo idea yako at the end of the day unakuwa umesupport vizuri sana ukimwambia from what I understood from you, from the statistics, this is the best for you. Lakini akikwambia nataka hivi, siena na kulipa hiyo pesa. Yes, fanya venye amesema, juu umempatia yako akakataa.
But as much as we all looking for money, you also need to understand that in the market, mtu akikuja kuuliza who did that design?
Yes.
Are you going to honestly say I'm the one who did that design?
There's a lot of projects that I've done that I can never show the world, but they are working.
Gani moja?
Moja, sasa siwezi kuonyesha. Wewe ni wa carrot.
So, for a person who wants to grow, by the end of the day, if someone asks like, who did that billboard? You have to confidently say, mimi ndo nilifanya.
but sasa kuna hii culture ya you see umeenda kwa usi daktari akakuandikia tu vitu hapa, bado lazima upigie ule kazini yako mwambie nani ameniandikia hii na hii, unaona iko sawa? Sasa how do you convince yourself like chenye daktari amekwambia hapo kwa hospitali iko sawa, unaenda consult kwingine? I think it's the same thing.
Chuck.
Yes, as much as tunaongelea identity, having the for instance, I'm having a project at JKIA. That's the entry point of Kenya. Like all people coming to 254, all the tourists.
You uko nayo?
Yes, I did that.
Then uko nayo tukule sai.
I did that. Another project in JKIA. So this is an engineering project and it's an architectural masterpiece. This is an entry point to Kenya. We want to sell ourselves as a republic to any visitor. Like the moment that I engage JKIA, kifungua too much, and I feel I'm in 254. Like everything I'm looking at here is portraying something. It's portraying. It has an identity. It's just telling me you're in 254 without reading anywhere. This is Kenya. Like in Kenya, do we really have that in terms of architecture and how we display ourselves out there? Like the Maasai Moran. Like a guy sees a poster of a Maasai Moran. Will Kenya come into his head first or some other country?
I was about to ask you the same question. Like sub-Saharan Africa, do we have architectural identity? Nasema sub-Saharan because ukiangalia the Moroccos, on the others, there's some sort of identity.
Yes. The Muslim and the Moroccan. The Moroccan architecture is
more
unique. It's Arabic and intertwined with the Moroccan, so it's literally portraying the Morocco architecture.
You mean the European culture didn't affect the Northern Africa in terms of the structure?
Okay, so in Northern Africa they were interacting with Arabs most of the time, so they got
influence. Kama Lamu. Design.
So you find the Arabic, the way you're saying identity, the Arabic design and identity, like you won't even question it. You just see that and know it's Arabic. So in sub-Saharan, there's a conflict. There's a conflict because we are the people. If you look at engineering and standards, we don't have our own.
We go to the British.
We either use the South African standard or the British standard.
Come on.
Yes, we use the British standard. So I define in British as they move from the Victorian era, now they're into modern architecture and modern designs. We copied that. We copy some buildings, we copied the Victorian era. Like we find ourselves in the middle. We take pieces from different parts of the globe.
We patch together.
But forget our own. Forget what really distinguishes us from them. So you will find animals and the Sahara, they will portray them with acacia trees, Maasai Morans and that, so that they try to bring the sub-Saharan
influence into it.
I mean, kuna swali.
I think, sorry. What messed mostly, I think, sub-Saharan it was, and even European, even part of Asia and also the America, it was the Bauhaus designs. Bauhaus designs they came and also it wiped out like most of the traditional designs.
Tell us about Bauhaus design.
We are not to Bauhaus Optica.
Bauhaus changed the way people usually design, even graphic design, architectural. Bauhaus, before Bauhaus, it used to be those complex designs. It's because the kinds of Victorian, kuna zile zaitwaje, kuna those geometry designs. But when Bauhaus came in, it was a design school in Germany. That's where they started simplifying everything. From those complex design to simple designs.
Juu hata ukiangalia milango za Greeks zilikuwa zinakaa
very intricate.
Niliona Tito alisema hizo structure za kitambo zenye zinakaa way detailed, venye sasa kuna slavery and kuna free labor.
Walikuwa na cheap labor.
Utaambia mtu
cheap labor.
I think it's inachangia, but it reached a time whereby they all evolved.
Yes.
and people move from complex design to simple designs. Watu walichoka kufikiria.
Yes, one thing I can support why designs back in the days were so intricate, so detailed. They have a lot of things there. The machinery itself and the amount of time taken for the design.
Yep. Sinataka next week.
Sasa kuna architecture masterpiece najitanga KICC.
Yes.
But that one is
Nasikia kitu fulani it's a dog. Is it true?
So the inspiration, what the design
from the longest.
Yes. Yeah. So the guy. Yeah, so they were given an opportunity to at least design something that's sub-Saharan.
Something
that will identify us as Africa, as the Kenya. So the architects were given a chance. So if what design is the inspiration was,
But I think, let me speak of Kenya. I think for Kenyan's architecture, they can borrow some ideas from the likes of the Turkanas. Those people still are maintaining their traditions today. The Maasais, the Boranas. I think if you can have those visionary guys, they can actually try to borrow something and try to connect the tradition and the modern. Kama there's these structures zinakwanga Amboseli, those the round
with grass touched, they look like a traditional village homestay.
Yeah.
Inakwanga hiyo hoteli inaitwaje? Kwa hapa
Safari Park pia kuna theme kama hiyo ya Thika Road Days.
Yeah.
Should that African theme. So that's the challenge we had by the way. So we want to advance as a republic, in terms of infrastructure, have those modern buildings. But we forgot the one thing. We would copy an exact design in Europe, a place that temperatures go way below us. The conditions are not the same as this place. So you find when we copy the same design, pitch it in our space, it doesn't work. You'll find the building fails faster than it would have in the other side. Because we didn't consider our own stuff, our own identity. We copied and pasted. So the way he said, we in order for us to have our own theme, our own design, we integrate our traditional, then with the modern, what we've learned from the Europe and China. Then try to come up in the middle and have our own space.
Yeah.
I think the difference between those guys that are up there, the Europeans and the Americans and the Asians, for us, we want to do something like what they're doing. For them, before they do something, they have to do research, they have to do all those complex stuff and to see if it's going to work or not. But for us, we just want to look for that and try to implement. But we don't, because for them, that's their part of their identity. If they want to do something complex, they have to do research. They have to make sure the material will fit, or if not, how are they going to come up with a new material?
But don't you think, sorry, short. Don't you think it's colonial mindset? Because Sisi tulikuwa colonized with their identity.
Yes.
So to them, it's their culture. It's easy to follow their identity. That's why it's very easy for them to do it.
And then it's so rooted so deep. Even right now, every time you have been learning design, which designs have you been learning from?
Huyo analani nani anaitwaje?
Bauhaus.
This guy anaitwaje? God is a designer.
Cristo.
Cristo bado na designing.
Kuna classes tuseme tu.
I think for us designers, it's only that what we are being taught in school is what is installed in our minds. Because if I want to integrate modern designs, I have to go back and learn the tradition, how they do it. So you need to start in the late 1800s, in the 1890s, whereby things stopped from being una design one thing, another thing, to when ilifika time wakaanza mass production whereby you can produce 12 cups of the same design rather than before industrial revolution kulikuwa like if I have to design this cup then I design another cup of different design then another cup of different design. So when the technology started improving, that's what happened. Like then the population started growing. That's where there was this invention whereby unapata like, so you need to go back and start studying from there.
Kwa caves.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa kama hatuna history yetu sasa tutaanzia wapi?
Africa has its own history.
Ushaingia caves? Uongo.
Wallahi
nishaingia huko. Mnapitanga tu hapa mwingine hapa.
My friend nishaingia. Kuna time karibu nichote simu ikabidi nimeingia huko kwanza nikakubali.
Check. I'll sneak into archives front from there.
Check for us tunasema like we don't have history.
Yes.
Have you gone back home to your parents, grandparents, or your neighbors, those old folks, and start asking them how they used to do things?
Amekuwa Uganda nini December.
Yes, I have.
Because but you see, if we don't trace back our roots, then how are we going to implement our traditions with the new designs?
Look at let me give you a realistic example of home. Where are you? Probably umejenga nyumba ama unaenda kujenga nyumba, I don't know. But what do you envision in your head of building? Do you want to build something?
A hut somewhere,
and then inside they had to make it more modern, or you want to build a bricks house?
Nyumba moto.
Yes.
This is the scare. This is the problem that we have today.
Yes.
It's either you try to combine the tradition and the modern design.
Yes.
Of which is going to be expensive.
Uh-huh.
Or we just go with the modern design, of which you don't have anything complex. Everything is just simple, and you just build a house. Because unless you have money, there's no way you're going to combine the tradition and the modern. It's going to be expensive.
Is it expensive?
Tuko na architecture hapa.
Is it expensive?
Uliza swali. Kwanza acha before expensive. What are you doing to ensure you are mixing these two things together, tradition
and the modern
in your line of work?
Okay, so in my line of work, while I'm doing an architectural design, we normally look at the user first, the use of the thing, not even the client.
Oh, okay.
The user, then the availability of the materials that we're going to use. So we pick the design. If it's a modern modern traditional, available resources close to where we're going to do the masterpiece. Yeah? We don't have to the old masterpiece. We have to ship everything from China when we have locally available materials.
Yeah.
So the user, then the available materials, which are cost effective also in terms of. So that the design is not hefty on the client side, but it should meet its design objective.
Also, shouldn't need pesa. In short.
And with some clients, the design is what is important.
Yeah.
They try to put everything in it. So for them, the money and the financial implication of the project is not a problem. They want to create a masterpiece that will pull crowds from globally. So most clients right now, they want that tradition because it's what pulls the tourists. It's what, like, somebody would come to Kenya and distinguish it from China.
Yeah.
Instead of just building something that is the same in China, like you copied a design in China, pasted it in Kenya, then you expect people, when a visitor comes at a feel different, like kutakuwa na difference, and I feel like the sub-Saharan vibe.
Utasikia kwa Chinatown.
And then unajua shida, like if you want to go and build those traditional houses.
Yes.
Mostly traditional houses haziko zinajengwa like unapata kama vile excuse like me, if I want to build right now nikita kwenda wacha ni build. I'll build a house nita for everyone. Just one house. Tradition, they used to build several houses in the same place. Yes. So if you want to focus on tradition, then you'll have to build those several houses, of which by the end of the day you're trying to maximize the space by the end of the day.
Okay.
So you imagine maybe kwenu pengine you are 5 or 6 or 7. So you have to build like almost 5 houses.
Lakini unajua unaweza jenga ghorofa ya udongo.
Watu kwa Kisii.
So, another thing, talking of traditional and modern, I've seen what's happening at Bomas of Kenya right now. Like, if at all they brought down the old Bomas to build a modern Bomas.
The way State House has been done.
Like, it's challenging in my belief. Like if they had to bring down the old one that was literally depicting the literal Kenyan bomb. I thought that was the reason why it was called
Wajamaliza bado.
Shida ni
Tuone. Ngojea wamalize.
Shida ni me I say this is my personal opinion. If they want to come for me, they come for me. Shida ni we have someone from the village who's ushaona ule msee mwenye ametoka ushago then amekuja tao. So instead of this person trying to be that person from ushago, they are trying to become a modern person in the city. That is the problem that we have. So that's when napata like the likes of State House. So State House
Muhenga.
But I beg to differ with Bomas.
Yes.
Bomas is being just expanded to be nini inaitwaje hiyo kitu watu wengi
convention center. Modern convention center.
Because we've never had that one in Kenya. It's been a challenge to have one.
The problem is it's the same way they wanted to do with the JKIA. Instead of demolishing that, find a place and build a new one. Like right now, tuseme ati we want a new stadium. Tuenda tubomoe kasa tujenge ingine. Does it make sense?
But airports are very strategic. You can't just put it anywhere. Especially international ones.
Infrastructure should be strategic.
Yes, engineer. What are you saying?
So my argument was you are conflicting between the modern and our identity of our sub-Saharan thing. So the way modern Bomas was designed originally, it was literally man-made. Like it was really Africa from the main hall itself. So my question was: did they bring down the old one so they build on top of the new one, or it has been separated somewhere else? If that's the case, then it's okay. But if they brought down the old identity so that we identify ourselves now as modern, technologically advanced Kenyans, and this is what the impression we are selling out there, not our original, what identified us. That's
Bomas mimi. Ujenge Bomas.
Na nakuja kuingia to different.
That's what you do Bomas by the way. So
but sinasikinga kuna the convention center.
The convention
and then
center
this small Bomas
stuff made of wood. Very okay. They're saying wood is an environmentally friendly method of building. So wood is the ultimate. Yeah.
I'm told it's called Bomas because there's Bomas.
Yes.
Ziko hapo ndani.
Yes.
So hizo zingine pia zimebomolewa ama
Sasa hiyo tunataka kujua.
Yes. So
na status sili change.
Yeah, so we are somehow at a conflict at the moment as Kenya.
Do you know that State House was built in 1910?
But silikuwa nini ya wazungu anyway.
The design was
wazungu, so haina identity.
But then
most of the buildings in Nairobi, their European identity. Hadi ukiangalia ile nitonga ya the man who never married. Egerton. Lord Egerton. Yes. So naona hizo zote ukiangalia inaitwa City Hall, gani archives.
Most banks, most CBD.
Yes, a lot of houses. They still have that architecture kama Bank of India.
Bank of India it was actually
Bank of India iko na identity ya India.
Yeah.
So the way you say it, so we really don't have our own, like we have our script. We know how our traditional villages look like and how buildings were made. What did I identify? If I see this structure, I know that this is in Kenya, not in Zambia. Or if I see it, I'm in conflict. Is it in Kenya or in Zambia?
I think
so. We as Kenyans, do we really have that thing that identifies us from graphics to architecture to engineering, and the way just we present ourselves out as Kenyans? Do we have that thing that unifies us, makes us common? like if I see this contemporary design, I would confuse it from the one in Zambia. I literally know this is Kenya.
Maybe
not
Kiswahili.
I think for Kenya you can't, because mostly nowadays naona designers wameanza embrace the likes of the Maasais, including the shield, the Kenyan shield, because primarily I think most of us should start incorporating the shield, because that has become like our traditional Kenyan way, rather than having different, because Kenya, it has so many tribes. So if you want to use the traditional, you're going to fetch design from several, of which it doesn't make sense. I think for us, we need to have one unifying factor.
We should.
Unaongelea shield ya flag.
Yeah, the flag.
So someone else mentioned to me something, and nikaiona even I've never seen it different.
Once you see it, you can't unsee.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Every time I look at that shield, naiona, and it's funny. I will not mention here. Do your homework.
Kuna hii structure imejengwa kama shield though. Bunge Towers next to Parliament.
That's a shield.
Yes.
So that's an inspiration of a shield.
Yes.
Kiangalia from top.
Oh, so the floor can extend from the
it's all
from aerial.
Yes. It's all like this. Yes.
Despite the fact they have used modern building materials, but they maintain the shape.
Yes.
So the shape is the identity.
Hata iko Langata Road inaitwa Uhuru Gardens, Uhuru Park na Uhuru Gardens. Yeah. The way they created those structures.
Yeah, but they came from top.
From top, shield.
So it takes an aerial approach and you appreciate what the identity.
I think also Talanta Stadium was also
It's a machine shield.
Yeah. I don't think from the top. I think it also has
some shape.
So we can say we are no longer in an era of copy and paste. At least we try to put some identity in it and put ourselves in it.
Sasa swali una photo ambie. When uko hiyo field.
So yes, the way you tell me, it takes aerial analysis to appreciate this was made in this shape.
Yeah.
So it literally has some identity, something that's bringing us in.
Yep.
As Kenyans.
But which designs have you that you have added some identity on it?
The way I was saying, JKIA was at a strategic point where we had to collaborate with a lot of architectural firms. By the way, each one had its own design. From when a guy lands from the hallway from the plane, the hallway is a different identity.
Sinasikia ni tent, JKIA ni tent.
Canvas. No, so you want nowadays to cover a huge roof that huge span, like the way Talanta Stadium is, you can't do panels. Panels are expensive. Expensive and take time to install. They do canvas. Canvas, they are limitless. You can stretch them to any height.
Unajua kusema Canva kuna mtu hapa anadhania endelee.
Si Canva premium.
Canvas.
Yes, PTFE.
Yeah. So what other structures that are noticeable and hauna NDA you can point out?
Structures that are noticeable.
Wenye umefanya.
Okay, so we've been to Maasai Mara. So they want to Maasai Mara, Amboseli. We want to build. It's a park. It's a park. So we want to build a tourist attraction site, but we want to maintain the theme of the park. That means you just can't build anything. We want to build a structure incorporate the surrounding. It looks like a park itself for it, or like. So we go to an extent of using wood and mud and that, and making it integrate in the park. Like it shouldn't stand out. It should be. It's seamless. It just fades into the park.
Sasa nyinyi ndo mnaambia wild beasts zitafute njia zingine.
So the analysis, the river is too long. The river is long. So the one bees can find any other alternative.
Hakuna. Wild bees are not like human beings. There's a reason why they choose that route.
The grandfather of the grandfather used to pass by.
Unataka crocodiles ngoje hapo alafu asitokee zilale njaa.
Oh, by the way.
It's an ecosystem. So you guys are trying to change ecosystem to fit your needs, of which it doesn't make sense.
Guys, the clan literally has tossed some cash in doing the environmental impact. And the advisory from WS and the people in charge literally advise the clan, not this place. You can build your
Wanataka
structure here.
pesa.
And like, the argument is the river is long, always can find any other alternative.
Na mamba zitalala njaa.
Yes, hapo ndio shida iko because wanakuanga strategic. Wanakuwa strategic but wanatengea.
Mamba zitakuja hapo zikikojea.
Ama zitaanza kuwadishi nyinyi binadamu.
I think it's so embarrassing when you hear a human being saying that wild bees zitafuta njia nyingine. Unajua, so between us and the animals, so who are the animals? Because for us ukifunga njia hapa na kuna njia hapa ndapitia hapa. For an animal kama imezoea ni hapo
Itapin.
Wewe unachunga kondo. Unachunga ng'ombe.
No, so
sikia ona
Amado aliweza kupeleka kondoo shuleni.
this thing it comes in millions, not even in thousands. And it, ukiangalia the migration, zinakuwa zimekuja zimekaa, then they wait for one, then moja inaruka kwa maji, then unaona zingine zote zinafuata.
Utashangaa.
So according to you, unasema they have few places zinapitiana. They don't pass through anywhere.
Yeah, they don't pass anywhere.
Just one.
And one of the places you're gonna pass, some idiots chose to put some their structures.
And at the end of the day, the guys even who had petitioned, they pulled their petition by the way. And they say, no, my bad, I thought it would affect the way they're passing through.
Yeah.
Usisikie wakiwa wafanye wajenge tunnel atiko inapitia hapo.
Oh, no, that, okay, they're saying animals evolved. That was that in Savo. There was Savo East, Savo, West or Savo East.
Yeah.
When they were building an SGR. So the SGR, it's a continuous line separated from the entire space all the way with electric fences. But they were building gates through. They had to build a bridge and gates.
Yeah.
They didn't tell the animals that we have built the gates. The animals found the gates and they have started using the gates. So they literally control the animals.
But in place ngapi zilikuwa fence. That's why the big reason was it has to be raised.
Yes, to be raised, but
Yeah.
raised so like pass through the
Exactly. So those idiots who are building those buildings, they could have raised their buildings.
So all bees Peter cheap.
Yeah.
Utakupea view kali. You are at the top na view all bees from the low.
Ukitaka kuendea chumvi.
Like by the way I was saying, so when our design approach, when we are given a design, they normally have done their research. Yeah? They have a conceptual design. So my work is to go to the field and assess if the concept they have and the actual ground conditions can work together.
Yeah.
And we found that the locality and the culture of the people around there changes the design according to that. So we literally design a building, a structure according to the traditions of the locals of that place. Yeah?
The identity of the locals.
Yeah, the identity of the locals. So I go to Mombasa or integrate the Swahili and the way, with the Swahilis, they don't have sofa sets in there. For instance, I'm doing an interior design for a Swahili homestead. It would be a design for an interior design of Mount Kenya, like Kinodia. It won't be.
Kinodia ana viti yako na mitungi.
Lazima maji kwa wingi.
Anakalia mitungi.
So yes, identifying a culture and a community and relating them to whatever design, whatever infrastructure, whatever brand they want to build is the core factors to consider while bringing up anything that works within the community.
Ni kama niliona hii meme. You see these mud houses. The ones like for the Maasai. So there was this girl called Mandika. These are the things they call uncivilized yet they're paying thousands of dollars to live here today.
Yeah.
Oh yes. People are paying top dollar to sleep in such a house.
Yes.
But there's it's not all lost in terms of design and connecting to a tradition. There's one industry which we need to give credit: tourism. From everything they do, they try to be Africanized.
Yes.
From their branding, be it logos, brand identity, their cars, from how they communicate in digital spaces, how they position themselves. They try their best to be African.
But I think there's one museum, they've not utilized that name. If you find guys who can utilize that name perfectly, Kenya will be a different place. Magical Kenya. If you go to Dubai, if you go to South Africa, it's either visit South Africa, visit Rwanda, visit Dubai, visit what. But Kenya chose a different name, Magical Kenya. If they can utilize Magical Kenya up to its core, I think Kenya will be a very different place in terms of tourism.
I think wataki kujituma juu ni magic.
There are these guys on it was Norman what. There are these guys wanakusanyika, then they travel from different parts of Kenya.
The one with
the other day walikuwa naenda northern side of Kenya. Then I was like, is this Kenya? Yeah.
no. Yes.
I was watching that documentary. I was like, I need to travel. I don't need to go to Dubai. Yet we have our own Dubai here. Those deserts that are
Mambrui.
Acha Mambrui. There are other nilikuwa najuanga Mambrui. Kuna zingine ziko northern side of Kenya. That place looks beautiful, man.
Northern parts of Kenya. Okay, we have a little information of the ecosystem and the environment around there. The other day I was intrigued when I realized some unknown stuff about like Turkana. The way it has affected the ecosystem there and how the life is at the northern part of Kenya. There are national parks there, there are hills, there are beautiful places at the northern part of it. The insecurity, maybe that's what keeps the...
Nilikuwa cheki some landscape zile ze unaonanga the Europeans wana brag wameweka filters inakaa. Then I was like, these are the same shit that you are being sold by the white. Ukiangalia desert ile yenye mnauziwa ziji za Saudi Arabia na Dubai. The same here in Kenya.
Sasa unasema sisi tunalalisha tujauza information like how wanakuzia.
I think for us Kenyans is we only think that outside there looks beautiful, but I'm 100% sure Kenya is much more beautiful than 90% of the world.
But that's what we are fed, even in designing, literally.
Yeah. I would say this. It's a collective consciousness where hata ukiwa hapo Iraq, una picture fulani, yes. But you've never been there. Yeah. The moment you go there, you'll be surprised. The same thing, the Americans or whoever who are outside there, when they're not so much informed about Africa.
Yeah.
First they think it's a country.
A poor country.
Africa. But when they come here, you see. So it's same within even us. Ukisikia Turkana, there's a picture you put in your mind. But make time. Go there yourself. No one will do so much in terms of PR. I could convince. Sometimes it's just you taking a step, going to a place, exploring, and you will discover indeed it's different than how I thought.
I think also the tourism parts, Ministry of Tourism needs to play a huge role because they can get a lot of money from local tourists than even the imported tourists.
But now
if they can try as much as possible to make sure that the northern part of Kenya is not seen as a place where there's so much insecurity, trust me, Kenyans will start traveling.
But you see, like statistics have started showing like domestic tourism has started going up than the previous years.
Being self-aware. Visiting, when you umesema, there are so many places in Kenya that you have not visited yet.
Kama mijuzi nimetembea pa kingine iko na bambu na rive.
Bamboo tunaribe.
Sikuwa nimefika hiyo.
Hidden gems.
It's a very nice place. Mariga na Chako najua.
Wapi huko?
Chantel hapo.
Chantel wapi huko?
So we're talking about design also. Yeah. I'm also a fashion design enthusiast, and there are so many tribes in Kenya. But at least each tribe has tried to portray their colors and their designs, like in terms of their outfits. For instance, become the Maasai Shuka.
Me, I'll shout out. It's not paid, but there's this guy. There are these guys called Vivo. I think for them, they've tried to sell the Kenyan culture. Vivo. Yeah, they've tried to sell the Kenyan. Even ukiangalia their designs, like almost 90% of their designs is just Kenyan culture.
Which Vivo are we talking about?
Si Vivo Simu.
Kuna Vivo inakuanga kwa YouTube Music hapo chini man.
Vivo the cloth line, yeah.
Oh.
It's a cloth line.
Yeah.
But their clothes, the way they have designed their outfits, they literally fit the African perspective and the colors itself. Come for instance, the Maasai Shuka. I don't know who came up with the Maasai Shuka, man. How they chose that?
It's not even them. It's not even them. It's Italian.
It's Scottish actually.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh, the Maasai Shuka.
But why is it that? Why is it that when you try to go for African stuff, you find that they are more expensive than the normal one? Adding nguo.
So the guys from the mountains, they have that brown thing. I don't know if it goes to Kama.
It's from the skin. It was derived from the skin.
The skin direct.
Yeah.
And ngozi ya ng'ombe, by the way, if you dry it, the color is basically the same, no matter the color of the original cow.
Yeah. But they're using mostly goat skin.
So that's also their thing. But the skin itself, then the beards now, the beads.
Walikuwa na shanga.
The beads kama hii.
Ni sawa.
Oh, there's also another identity you have.
Yes, this is the one I'm talking about. So the colors of the beads, so this. I've seen it's cut across majority of the tribes in Kenya. They have those decorative ornaments that are somehow similar.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Turkana and the Maasai will have the same.
But hizo vitu haziko kuja na pia they came from with I think whites.
So we didn't.
Walikuwa wanatumia hizi shells before.
Shells.
So we were naked before the whites.
Yeah, tulikuwa
No, we're using the skin.
sisi ndo tulikuwa Adam na Eva alafu tukaambiwa you are naked.
Wow. I saw a picture of 1901 in Kaviroad and Kisumu. Guys were literally naked, man. They would only cover their upper. So in short, east of your fashion and identifying ourselves from the way we design our outfits. Umesema ni kitu tumekuwa induced now. We didn't never had.
Bana, you have reminded me of seeing a picture of women from like Kipia, those enzi bana. Yes.
But personally,
Yeah.
They had clothes on them.
Just down here.
So literally naked.
Yes.
but
fashion is-
I usually say
It's a
this.
pre-porn.
Yes.
There's so much information that was destroyed by the white African information that was destroyed by the whites.
Yes.
That is the reason why right now usually Africa doesn't have a written history. But for us, our African identity is much way deeper than what we're being told.
Yes.
It's much way deeper. If you do some little research on the small information that you can gather from online and from other people, the old guys, I think you'll find out that there is so much identity of that African identity that we have that I think they were destroyed by the whites just to hide who we are.
See the
And
other
it will come out one day.
They're coming out.
The other day, Ruto said like mankind started from Kenya.
Yeah, the cradle mankind.
Yeah, it's very true. So there's a lot that we don't know.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We are proudly sponsored by Nafasi Connection, an amazing co-working space. Kama umechoka na kufanya kazi kwenye wafanya kazi, possibly it's at home, possibly watu kwa ofisi wamekupo, you tell them you want to work remotely. Unakuja nafasi, wako na closed offices, wako na pia an open office, like you can work where you see other people interact with them. Wako na amazing Wi-Fi speeds, I repeat, amazing Wi-Fi speeds that don't shut down. Wako na schema backup pia.
Morelia and the representation of identity and culture. Is there anything like over-representation?
Yeah, iko. Siku hizi kila mtu anaiforce kwa design. Nabo. Africanism.
I think personally, but this is my personal opinion, I don't think there is one, because if you can't push your culture, the voice will always push their culture. It doesn't matter how much they do it. They'll always make sure you have it. But if we can't make sure they have our culture, then they're going to absorb us completely.
Yeah, like I said, it's a collective consciousness.
Like I saw this guy is a Kenyan guy mwenye ametengeneza plugin ya Figma yenye nakupatia majina za Kiswahili. Like inaweza kupatia Musa Kipto. Like that's
Sema tu ni mimi.
Haya, Dave ni wewe.
Anyway, credit inaenda kwa mwenyewe.
Yes.
Sijajua hiyo utanitumia link
nitakutumia plan.
Juu unatengenezanga ukiweka majina yanakuletea jina za wazungu huko.
Don't do it.
Kwa mockups na prototypes. Yes. So that's a good idea actually.
Lakini inaitwa jina kipi?
Jina KE. Hapo kwa jina ni
Kenya.
So is it all in names ama it puts everything in the Kenyan perspective?
No, it's
African perspective.
It's how can you explain it to him?
Also, it's only works with the names.
Only names kama unaweka place username.
Lakini yako haiwezi patikana Chuck Norris. Kwa jina yake haiwezi patikana.
Ndio kwa mrefu kiana mahali pengine wanakuweka kadogo kuna kujazi your name. My one name pekee kisha jazi your partner sijaandika hizo zingine.
Unaandika yeye una Chuck.
So the name is long.
So as designers, maybe now we need to come up with on how we support that collective initiative on how we can start having the identity in our designs. Na mimi sasa kama software developer unajua siwezi kuwa na hiyo.
Inaanza na branding yetu kama KDK.
Yes.
Wewe kwa Kiswahili.
Kwa Kiswahili.
Ni kama kufanya chemistry na Kiswahili.
Unajua naenda Google alafu napata Google imeweka kwa Kiswahili na bini translate to English kwanza.
Nilikuwa nasema inaanza na sisi kama KDK branding. Does it tap into our culture?
It doesn't
have question.
That Kenya portray itself in the decay.
Tongeza shield. Tongeza shield na patani Kimasai.
Na Morana amesimama hapo kando.
Then the Kenya digital come out.
Lakini Safaricom walikuwa na try. Unakumbuka hiyo ad ya Simba? Lakini nyote tuwajuzi wengine mtajua. Hiyo yenye alikuwa anambia usiende hapana enda njia ile. Alafu kuna msanii anakimbia huko. Nimesahau ile ad ilikuwa inaenda. But waliacha, like they moved to now more of Nafurahia also was like more your choir African but walichukua mwese akaleta choir ese unajua ese wako na choir zingine
No, it was a Kenyan department.
That was.
no I'm saying the director
Yeah. But they did a good job. They went to Montelcon, they went to Mombasa, they went to Turkana. They did a really good job.
yeah the job was nice, the culture was not really
not African.
The importance. Why is it important for a business or an organization to have an identity of how it brands itself? Like it has a baseline. Whoever the designer will come, we as an organization, as a business, we have our own template. You don't have to bring your new ideas here.
Personality tu ni kama vile unajua Mariga na unajua Mose alafu wa change your personality, you see also we utabidi waanze kualign tena na Mariga as a new person. So I think the brands do that to have a personality that you can connect. Not everyone, but whoever can connect with the personality, they now move along with them. But ukianza kushinda una change personality.
So you have
Sema huyu wako na bipolar. Leo wako hivi, kesho wako hivi, hata usimseneza associate naye.
Ni chameleon.
Chameleon iko tu sawa. Ni rangi tu. Yeah, that is now into when you're doing like brand strategy and everything, you need to look at who are the people you're targeting, how do they think, and create a personality that connects with them and carry them along the journey.
So no matter who will come at any time to do a design for them.
Yeah, lazima ajue your personality. This is our personality and we want to be like this.
And this is what we aim towards.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at why would Safaricom be doing bang ads back to back, but they somehow have some similarity in how they're delivered.
Safaricom, they try to be like a normal day person. Unajua hata Safaricom ndo alianza hapa Kenya kujibu wase online like Facebook na chat, like kuna drop kama banta wana kujibu na banta. Kitambo hakuanga na organization because zinafanya hivyo, it was so corporate-ish. But Safaricom wakaanza kuintroduce polepole hadi siku hizi unaingia hapo unaargue na admin wa Equity. Unamtupia kama mimi pia anakurushia mimi. See, that connection is what they are trying to do.
Kuna admin wa KCB, alikuwa akaangusha. Kwa ndio ujinga na kujibu nayo. Unabaki hapo kama the public imekucheka.
And you see in a creative like kusema KCB una connect in a personal level with KCB itself because you feel like they are more human rather than an organization.
The same way venye amevaa hiyo band anywhere ataenda atajua tu ni Mkenya.
Uganda, naambiwa Uganda inawamaliza mbaya.
Na wakunyo.
Nitaenda naye.
Ni ukweli.
Next Mariga unishike kwa
alafu uende with the brown papers. Yeah. Na hiyo. Walimu saya.
Waambie niko na M-Pesa.
So I know this became our like yes, the colors themselves is the Kenyan flag, but now we say officially that you can it's a wristband that you can wear anywhere that identifies you as Kenyan. Wow.
Ilianzishwa na kina nani? Huyu anaitwaje? Alfred Mutua. Yeye alikuwa na champion stuff. If I'm not wrong, I don't know.
Wenyewe ndo alifanya hizi bands kadene.
But that government continue.
So mmesema lazima tuwe na collective agreement, consciousness when it comes to
you cannot change just wewe mwenyewe to like it has to be collective because we've been from the I think we are in the West. We are waking up from the sleep. We've been colonized for the longest time. We've been trying to mimic even ulikuwa naambia ukiwa mtoi kusoma kwa daktari, kusoma kwa engineer because it was colonist mindset. But we are moving away from that. People can do what they want right now. People are realizing they can be their own personal thing. So it's a collective consciousness, but I see the future is bright. We'll one day wake up from sleep and get back to our roots and try to see where we left it and where we are and how we'll integrate the two.
So the more we learn, we unlearn.
Yeah, the more you learn, you unlearn.
There was one person the other day alikuwa sema you've seen the masks, the black masks, mostly Africans they used to craft.
Yeah. Wakati wa COVID.
Achana na time ya COVID, but back in the days.
Zile zilikuwa za wood mpaka zingine wanaweka materials za ornaments.
Yeah. So it's usually funny. The whites came, they took those masks and whatever the things that African used to do. Then later on they come and paint it as if you use it, it's a witchcraft.
Wakati nzema ni haste.
So they associated it with witchcraft whereby hata say some few years ago ilikuwa ukizitumia or if someone sees you with it, they associate you with witchcraft or something bad or something evil.
Yeah.
But I've seen of recent, mostly when it comes to African design, most people have started using those African designs and the patterns and whatever.
The same way na ndanga ni rasta.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But yes,
Yes. So you're a bad person. Ukiwa na rasta, you are a bad person. Yes, even if you're a good person, you'll be a bad person. That's the narrative that we knew. But it was a hairstyle for Kenyans in the past.
So like, now that we're talking about identity and knowing yourself, identifying yourself as Kenyan, and kwa hairstyles and all that, man. We Africans had our own style.
Rasta is our own style.
Yes, so it was. Now talking about identity, I was looking at now. For Kenya, we are a national government. We have now county governments. Now each county is coming up with its own color palettes and themes. You know, this somehow like I want to be able to understand that if I'm in Nairobi, then Mombasa County county. Am I any presentation of advert? You know, this advert. This advert may identify with a certain county. Because now they notice each one of them has their own logos, their own
identity.
They have flags.
Yes, they have their own identity as a county.
A county has its own colors and themes.
Yeah.
So I don't know which criteria they are using to do that, but it's well planned and organized.
You should go. Yeah, you should go and watch the municipals. I mean, there's askaris from Kanjo for different counties. You'll be way amazed. Anyway,
so they have what identifies them as a county.
Yes.
So we've narrowed down. We're no longer identifying ourselves as Kenyans now. We're identifying ourselves from a certain county.
Yes.
Narudi to tribal. Anyway, Chaksi,
right.
tukimalizia ati Chaksi Chak. Tukimalizia. So what role should we play as designers to eliminate clients? Educate clients.
Kama uko na clients enough.
Sijamaliza point yangu. What point should we play as designers? One, to educate clients that we need to do this and eliminate the others that we think are not playing that role into actually bringing African identity. So mlikuwa mnacheka ni sio point.
So bringing the Kenyan identity. Okay, yes, the way we say it all starts from the designer. Yes, the designer is self-aware of our surrounding and our setting. So when a client comes with their design, you as a designer, it's your mandate now to put it in concept. In real time, put it in situation now, make it match with what our originality, our identity.
So convince by
yes, then you pitch out your ideas, make at least a multiple concepts.
Nikwambia kijana tu hapa bangi. Nikwambia tu hapa bangi.
But at the end of the day, so just plan is key. So you pick, yes, like I would advise designers to be open-minded and try to don't be rigid to what the plans specify. Brief. Try to go around it. Try to put it in concept, in Kenyan situation, in African situation, in our identity. Try to make the whatever you're doing, branding or anything, to identify itself uniquely within the neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay. Na wewe kukodi Kiswahili itaingizwa hapo ama
Kiswahili itabidi kwanza mimi nimeanza kusoma history.
Au kufanya history?
Itabidi nimeanza kusoma at least nianze kujua identity yangu ni gani kwanza.
The history that is being taught in high school is scam.
Come again.
The history that is being taught in school is scam. I said what I said.
So you learned history. So you're a scammer.
If you dig deep and go and learn history,
Yes.
60% of what you're being told in school, I can't say it's inaccurate, but it's not as depth as what you can find online.
So unasema ni manifesto ya mkoloni.
Yep. Wanakuasha into colonial mindset.
Yeah.
I agree.
Ujaambia watu subscribe bana.
Chaka, hebu ambia watu subscribe hapo. Wa like, share, subscribe.
rahisi tu hivyo.
Like, share, subscribe.
So yes, I've appreciated the talk and encourage our viewers and our listeners. And our listeners, yes. And our listeners. Guys,
So, listener.
like, subscribe, and get our merchandise also. We have a couple, right?
Oh, amesahau share.
Ama utafute clients pia. Unajua unaweza pata client pia.
So engineering design and architectural design. So
tutakuja tuongelee mambo na I told you I need to understand that industry on a personal level.
So it's a construction industry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Niko na Simba huko nataka kujenga. Unajua Simba?
Yes.
But bottom line nimeona venye amekuwa describe design ni same.
Yes,
user centered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sasa simi ndakaa na hichi nitengeneze hat African.
Si kofia. It has been a good one. Thanks Chuck Norris for coming. Anyway, leo tumekosa. Next time tutapata. Bye. See you guys.